Hello, Behus here, worker with Toronto Real Estate Board. I'm going through the stats for you in this video for the month of July. As we know, in that month, because of the seasonality, there is a lot of things going on. People are still in vacation mode, and monitoring that market tells you what people are thinking, whether their concern is still in real estate in this damp of the market, or they are thinking of taking a vacation and doing other things, where the economics are still looking at signs of whether the economy is cooling or not. However, the real estate market is not cooling to the extent that everyone's expecting. I mean, the economists are expecting, and the buyers are still giving a hope to another cut, and it's simply a price reduction in average prices so they can gain more confidence to come on the market. Even though in the month of July we have seen the increase in number of transactions, that is, as I'm going to explain to you in the rest of the video, is more or less towards the pent-up demand that people who have sold, they were waiting to expecting a greater hike, a greater rate cut before they come onto market. They have fed up with the waiting time. They needed the housing. They came in and they transacted. So bottom line is that we have higher number of transactions than last year. So many people in our industry are quoting that as a turnout to a greater market, which we are going to see more and more transaction boost of the buyer's confidence. You are familiar with my ideas if you're following the channels. There are a few things that you have to look more before you draw that conclusion that the confidence is back. I'm hoping that the confidence is coming back on the market, and the other elements of the market are now giving a sign that they're going to go hand in hand with the confidence in the market. But the reality is that I'm not seeing that happening anytime soon. So if you're a buyer, if you're a seller, you may stick to this the rest of the video as I'm exploring the options that you might have in front of you, and giving you stats and details of the stats of month of July. In the month of July, the prices year over year have declined by close to 1.5%. That was not true in Toronto. That was not true in Mississauga. And the reality is that because those regions are the economy hubs of GTA, you're not going to see that much of a price decline in Toronto and in Mississauga to that extent. However, the areas that are not composed of different type of housing in general based on the demand that's there, such as Durham region, such as York region, they are seeing more fluctuation. This month, for instance, in York region, we have seen a decline of close to 2.5% in the prices. However, across the board in every city in the GTA, we have seen an increase in the transaction. That, as I said, goes into the pent-up demand. People who have sold during the winter time, during the first month of the spring, we were waiting so long for the prices to come down, for the rates to cut even more than what they're expecting. So what they're seeing, and the expectation was higher than that. So for that reason, I'm seeing that as a pent-up demand, because the seasonality is showing us that during the month of July, we are running out of number of new listings. Basically, number of new listings are going to be less and less. Same as month of August, which we are in the end of it right now, and we are going to see more or less start of the fall into the higher number of transactions, and then we start from a lower number in average sales stats, and then we are going forward. In the condo market, again, in the Toronto, we have the less number of drops, whereas in York region we have the highest. In Durham region, we have the highest drop. And that tells you that people in Durham region, which are a single family type of living, mostly are not in favor, and investors are not in favor of buying in a turbulent market, in an uncertain market of today, buying condos. So more or less it gives you where the value centers are in the cities of the GTA. I'm going to end by saying that based on today's understanding of the market that I have, I'm seeing less and less new listings coming on the market in the month of August. However, because the number of transactions haven't increased that significantly, we are going to say more or less having the same number of same month of inventory to deal with, and the cut that everybody's expecting from Bank of Canada is going to add more confidence to the sellers rather than buyers, because the economy of today is not supporting the valuations that we have in the market right now, and it gives you more gives sellers more confidence that where the buyers are now ready to buy because of 0.5% cut, or the sellers who are moving from one house or willing to move from one house to another house, they are more confident that if they list the property, they're going to get more and they're going to have a better market in fall to purchase at. And for that reason, I'm going to see more of a listing in the future, which is good for buyers to come in and shop around and negotiate. That's the thing. If you are dealing with the person who doesn't understand the dynamic of the market, you're going to lose, you're going to leave a lot of money on table. Same as the sellers. If you are persistent of the pricing that you have in mind, you're not listening to person who's in daily basis transacting real estate, you're losing a few chunks of money, basically, as I said. Hopefully everybody is staying safe in the transaction side. Weather is allowing. We are going to have a great Labor Day weekend, and hope to see you on the next video. Have a wonderful day.